Greetings folks, quick little video, knives I've made last week and a half or so, and I've got 6. I got a couple of orders and I got a couple of stock. Right, we will start with the orders. First up is a Mark 1 in 52-100. Bit of a funky looking one. So Mark 1 52-100. Blue Kydex neck sheath, white linen micarta scales with blue liner and brass tubes. I like the brass on the white. I think it looks nicer than the stainless. And I usually use brass with carbon anyway, so brass. There we are, that's an order for gentlemen in the US of A. Next up is another order, and this one's going to Canada. And this is a carbon FTP in a dark brown belt sheath with green stitching. And yes, a dark brown belt sheath with green stitching. So carbon blade and G10 scales on dark green liners with brass pins and tube. So yeah, that one's going off to Canada. Now this one is a bit different because the handle material is something else, basically. Now this does come with 2 sheets, bear with me. So it's in the Kydex neck sheath with a belt loop. And it's a slightly thinner than normal, so it's 3.2mm thick AEBL with this beautiful finish, stabilized Karelian, something like that, scales, so some form of birch. And my customer sent me this to put on it, and this is going out to Norway. So that sheath, plus a mid-brown belt sheath with blue stitching to match the blue liners. So that's going to Norway. Right, the next 3 are stock. So we will start with a Mark 1. Now this Mark 1 is a nod back to the early Mark 1s. So same as that one, is 3.2mm thick. So 1/8, and that's what they started life off as 1801. But this one is in AEBL, and it's black G10 with a double liner, so it's thick orange and thin coyote brown. In this rather funky orange neck sheath with map pattern on it. I had a couple of people order map pattern Kydex, so I bought a bit of it, and I thought I'll buy some orange to try it out. So there we go. That one, and that one is stock, so that one is for sale, but and the next 2 same, and I'll be offering them to my members first, and if my members don't want them, they will be on sale to anyone. So next up is a carbon FTP in an ambidextrous mid-brown neck sheath with natural stitching. So the natural stitching, sort of matches the handle really. It is on dark green liners, but I decided to do the natural stitching instead of the green stitching. So there we are. So unstabilized birch, but this did have a good old soaking in oil, and it's been buffed and oiled and everything, so it's waterproof with brass pins. Right, last up is a Mark 1 with a birch handle. Now this one, I ain't gonna lie to you, because there's no point lying. This is a lightweight version. Now there was a bit of a warp in this blade, so it got ground down quite thin. So this is about 2.5mm thick ABL. So birch handle, brass tubes, no protruding tongue, because I personally wouldn't risk batoning on there with this wood. The Carillion one, customer asked for the protruding tongue, but I would not normally put the protruding tongue on a wood handle. So this is a really lightweight Mark 1. Ambidextrous neck sheath, and it's not too heavy to carry around the neck at all. It is quite light, it's surprisingly light. There we are. And this one and the previous one, I am offering them to my members for sale first before they go on general sale. There we go. Well, that's that. I got some bush tools and another FTP to start now. Yeah, plenty of work, no rest for the wicked, as they say. Right, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, and I certainly appreciate a thumbs up. Until next time, ta-ra. Yes, the gentleman that sent me the Carillion also sent me, because we did a deal, quite a bit of birch. So there's going to be quite a few birch knives coming out in the next few months, because I now have a nice amount of birch. And I have moaned about wood before, because you've got to soak it, you've got to buff it, you've got to soak it, you've got to rub it down and all that nonsense. So I'm not a big fan of wood. I'd rather my Carter and G10, but I do wood. Another look at it. There we go.